So let's continue the pressure of gases. When we fill a bicycle tube, what happens to the tube? Inflates, it bigger in size. Do these observations, when you fill air in a balloon, the size of the balloon increases. So what does this show? Do these observations suggest that air exerts pressure on the inner walls of a balloon or a tube? Yes, when we fill air in a balloon, then the air exerts pressure on the balloon outwards. When we fill air in a, it exerts pressure on the walls of the tube and the tube. So we find that gases also exert pressure on the walls of the container, and it is seen that this pressure is equal in all directions. So the air exerts pressure, that is the liquid exerts pressure, which is equal in all directions, and atmospheric pressure is the pressure exerted by air. So let's see that atmospheric pressure, there is an activity shown here. So we all know what is atmosphere. The layer of atmosphere or the layer of air which surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. This envelope of air is called atmosphere. This atmospheric air extends up to a certain height. After that, you know that there is no air up to few kilometers. Exerted by this, the pressure exerted by this layer of air is called atmospheric pressure. The pressure exerted by air on the surface of the earth due to the air present outside the earth is called the atmospheric pressure. We know that this pressure is force per unit area. We have learned that pressure is equal to force upon area. If we imagine, now we are about to calculate or figure out how much is the pressure exerted by air. Suppose there is a cylindrical standing in filled with air, and there is a tube shown here, and it is filled with air. So at the bottom of the tube there will be some pressure. A cylinder standing on filled with air, then the weight of air in the cylinder can be measured. But how large or small is the atmospheric pressure? So this pressure is, we cannot see it. If you take an empty tube, we will say it is hollow, but there is air inside it. So if we imagine how much is the air pressure in a tube which is hollow, we find that it is a huge amount of pressure. So this pressure exerted is called atmospheric pressure. How large and how small is the atmospheric pressure? Let us find out in the next slide.